Hello and welcome back to FC26 Spin the Wheel series brought to you by Bevchenko. We are finally here on Season 2. The end of Season 1 was a bit of a letdown, to be honest, as Nottingham Forest fell out of the Europa League, we fell out of the FA Cup, and we stumbled out of the Europa League positioning and ended up in the Conference League. So we're not very popular with the board at the moment. Our job is insecure. However, the wheel is not making things easier for Season 2. We've had some drastic changes to the way we do things around here. So we will keep the current rule where any player offer received, we must spin the wheel. If we land on yes, we must sell the player for the fee or the player swap put forward. There's no negotiating. If no, we get to keep the player and reject all advances for that player for the remainder of the season. There's been a change to the job market. We have to apply for we have to spin the wheel on 2 jobs that we're interested throughout the season. Okay? So if yes, we take that job. If no, we ignore it. So I want to keep it pretty realistic, so I'm not going to go and get the Real Madrid job, for example. Also, from the last series, if we get a job offer come to us internationally, we have to spin the wheel on that. That forms part of the 2 job applications per season. So a slight change there. We're also keeping the rule that if we miraculously win a cup final or a league title, we must spin the wheel to potentially tender our resignation immediately. Obviously, if the wheel lands on yes, we leave on a high as a champion and start a new season somewhere else. And if no, we have time to celebrate and look forward to retaining our trophy in the near future. However, the biggest change comes from the match day itself. The wheel will dictate how we play the game every single match day. So there's some new rules here. Let me read them out to you. So these will all be included on the wheel, and the wheel must be spun before each game. Option number 1. Goalkeeper must play up front. Number 2. I must change the starting 11 completely for the next game. Number 3. I must change the formation for the next game. Number 4, I kind of like this one. I must promote a youth player and start them immediately. Number 5, no substitutions throughout the next game. Number 6, can only score with my head or from a volley, so there'll be lots of crosses coming into the box if that happens. Number 7, we must go all out attack. Number 8, we must go ultra defensive in our next game. Number 9, no using the sprint button whatsoever, which goes against everything that our team is built around. Number 10, we must swap our forwards and centre-backs, so you'll have your defenders up front for the next game. And then number 11, every time we score a goal, we have to sub off that goal scorer. So they are the 11 options for each game. So the wheel is going to cause some carnage. But first, we have received an offer from Coventry City for Eric Da Silva Moreira. It's a loan offer, so I don't mind that one, to be honest. It's a highly rated player for the future. Hopefully we get to keep him. Let's see what the wheel has to say. Eric Da Silva Moreira, will you be staying at the City Ground or will you be going on loan to Coventry for the season? And the wheel says yes. So I don't mind that as a loan move for Eric Moreira. Coventry City, a good club for him. We have also received an offer from Tyler Binden for a loan offer to Torino for 2 years. Highly rated centre-back for us, currently on 71. I would like to keep him because I think with the new rules, with the wheel, I think we might need to bring him into our starting 11 when and if we have to change that full 11. But what does the wheel say? Tyler Binden, will you be going to Italy? Wouldn't mind a no. And it is a no, so we get to keep Tyler Binden for the remainder of the season. So the first major transfer news for the new season. Elliot Anderson, who is arguably now our best player since we had to lose Murillo, has had a transfer bid come in for him. 2.9 million plus Martinelli. I really do not want to do this transfer. But it's not up to us, it's up to the wheel. Are we going to lose our best player for the second season running? Let's see what the wheel has to say. Elliot Anderson, are you heading to North London? Oof. No. So we get to keep Elliot Anderson for the remainder of the season. I am very, very, very happy to reject this offer. But the chaos doesn't end there. Arnaud Kalimuendo, who started the season 1 on absolute fire, quickly becoming our key talisman and top scorer before going on a 5-game spree without scoring. I think he scored 4 against West Ham earlier on in the season. We have been offered a 19.3 million offer from Lyon. Are you returning to France, Kalimuendo? Yes, he is. So Kalimuendo will be returning to France. Thank you for your service. I'll accept that bid. 19.3 million. And there is confirmation that Eric da Silva Moreira going on loan to Coventry City for the remainder of the season. And there is confirmation of Arnaud Kalimuendo moving to Lyon for 19.3 million. So we have received an offer from Strasbourg for Ola Aina. So Ola Aina was a key member of our team until he fell out of favour towards the end of the season when his legs started giving way, and Jed Spence quickly became the starting right back. 9.4 million plus a central midfielder in Matisse Amugu. I mean, I don't really want the player. I'd take the money, but let's see what the wheel has to say. Ola Aina, will you be moving to Strasbourg? Wouldn't mind the money. So that is a yes. Ola Aina will be leaving the club. So we'll accept that offer. We're probably going to have to bring some players in. So probably going to need a right back. I know we've lost a striker as well in Kalimuendo, but I don't feel like we need to bring one in just yet. So there's confirmation of Ola Aina going to Strasbourg with Matisse Amugu coming to Forest. We'll see how the 20-year-old central midfielder goes on. Probably starting in our reserves, to be honest. So the transfer chaos continues in pre-season. Evan Nilsson, who we signed last season, quickly became our #1 striker. We've received a 36.9 million bid from Real Betis. Do we have to sell our striker? We'll definitely have to bring one in if we lose 2. Evan Nilsson, is this the end of our short but sweet relationship? No. So Evan Nilsson gets to stay for the season. Fantastic news. I feel like things are going from bad to worse in this pre-season. Jed Spence, our starting right back and only right back now. We've received an offer from Crystal Palace after 1 season for 26.3 million. I really don't want to lose Jed. I think we paid more than that for him, to be honest. See what the wheel has to say. I've got a horrible feeling about this one. Jed, are you going to Crystal Palace? No. Fortunately, we're having quite a lot of no's on the bounce at the moment. There's a yes definitely on its way. Let's hope it's not for a star player. So we've received an offer from Aston Villa for a 2-year loan for James McAtee. Obviously, James McAtee went on Chelsea for loan last season. Don't know if he even played a game, to be honest with you. Should really have checked. Let's see what the wheel's going to say. If we're finally going to get a yes on this wheel, I don't mind it being for James McAtee on a loan. And it is another no. So James McAtee will be staying at the City ground this season. So welcome to game week 1, finally, of FC 26 Spin the Wheel Series Season 2. We've had quite the turbulent pre-season with transfers coming in. And we've managed to reject quite a lot, fortunately, thanks to the wheel. However, playing Manchester City, the current champions now, and we've got the new Spin the Wheel rules. Let's see how we have to approach the next game. So how do we have to play against Manchester City? Let's see what the new wheel has said. So we have to change our entire starting 11. So it looks like it's going to be full of subs and reserves against the current champions. This is going to go well. So a complete change to the starting 11 as per the wheel's demands. Igor Jesus starts up front in place of Evan Nilsson. Amari Hutchinson in place of Morgan Gibbs-White. We've also got Callum Hudson-Odoi and Brendan Johnson returning to the lineup, followed by Sangare and Ryan Yates. Ryan Yates has actually come in regardless, as Douglas Luiz's loan finished at the end of last season, and we've not brought him back. Amari Richardson gets a start, which forces Nico Williams onto the right back position, with Murato and Tyler Binden, who we rejected a loan offer thanks to the wheel earlier on in pre-season, and John Victor starts in goal. So a rainy day at the Etihad as Nottingham Forest begin their Season 2 campaign against the defending champions. Plus, I've also got a very insecure job at the moment at Nottingham Forest. Haaland to Rodri. And now, Ruben. So, I think we picked up a win against Manchester City last time out. Oh no, it was a draw. We beat Liverpool. So we picked up a draw, which slowed down their advances to winning the title. Erling Haaland here. Half chance for Erling Haaland. Ball comes in across. Well done by Brennan Johnson. Forest with their first action of the game. And lost the ball already. Run it back. Great play by Igor Jesus. Callum Hudson-Odoi looking for that overlap, and he gets it from Omar Richards. Could have half a chance here. It's blocked. Sangare in the starting lineup. Mr. Nottingham Forest is going to have a shot. And that's blocked as well. Few appeals for handball there. Comes to nothing. And Reinders has just absolutely blitzed past Nico Williams. Great touch from Reinders. Cross comes in. Referee says play on. Mamouche. Erling Haaland is offside. And Forest restart the play. Callum Hudson-Odoi gets past Martinez. He's looking for some support. He's going to put a cross in. Great save from Amari Hutchinson. First real chance of the game for either team. Nico plays it to Rodri. City fans cheering on their team, driving them forward. Quite the atmosphere here at the City of Manchester Stadium. Forest on the break now. Lost the ball. Hutchinson loses it to Rodri. Haaland picks it up. Forest will be very happy with a draw in these circumstances, having to start with their second team, really. But the good players are on the bench. That's waste by Callum Hudson-Odoi. Donnarumma comes out, collects the ball. Great touch by the goalkeeper. Haaland is seeing a lot of the ball today. 30 minutes played, still 0-0. Only the one real chance from Amari Hutchinson. Right, Nori to Reinders. Forest pick up the ball again. No Elliot Anderson in this starting team. No Fofana as well. Fofana actually has got a leave of absence. Said he had some personal matters to attend. There's no one there. Poor cross from Callum Hudson-Odoi. Well won by Morato. Hutchinson. Looking good is Hutchinson today. Forest looking to find some space. Can they get it here? They do as Hutchinson comes round, but Ruben is there. So yeah, that was a bit of dangerous play there at the back by Manchester City, but they come away with it. Rodri turn now. Rodri again, dictating play. Former World Player of the Year. And Ait Nouri dances past Brennan Johnson. Marmouche drives it forward. Opportunity. Comes to nothing as John Victor picks it up. And that is the half. 0-0. Forest probably the happiest of the two teams. Very even affair so far. And could do. We're making some substitutes if we can. Brennan Johnson lays it down the line to Nico Williams, who loses the ball. Ait Nouri. It cuts inside to Reinders. Nice 1-2 between the pair. But Nico wins it back. And Brennan Johnson could be through here. Cut that ball back. It's half an opportunity. Blocked by Rudiger. Oh, and the ball just falling to Brennan Johnson, and he gets stuck in his feet. Forest doing well here. Ryan Yates wins it back. Marmouche now delivers as the ball ricochets back down this left-hand side for Manchester City. Forest being worked here. Callum Hudson-Odoi brings it again. Man City have already got players back in numbers. Sangare getting a start today in place of Elliot Anderson. Ryan Yates, Mr. Nottingham Forest, doesn't score many goals. He was looking for a pass, it just didn't come across. And Haaland's through. Great save by John Victor. And Captain Callum Hudson-Odoi will be coming on the pitch now. Ball comes in nicely. And Erling Haaland loses possession. Brennan Johnson has got all the pace in the world. Puts the ball through to Morgan Gibbs-White. Looks for Brennan Johnson again. He wants the ball back. Does he get it back? He does. Edge of the box, Sangare. Half a chance. Absolute blasted by the Ivory Coast international. Reinders coming off for Phil Foden now. Forest also making a change. Cross comes in from Morgan Gibbs-White. Now there's no Douglas Luiz anymore to take the set pieces. Kovacic's come on. Liverpool next up for Manchester City will no doubt play a big part in the title race. Will the result of that game, even after 2 games of the season? Ain't Nori. Rudiger to Foden. Forest contending well. Starting to bring those subs on. So get a bit more of their starting 11. Cross comes in, dangerous. Falls to Marmoush. Block. Great shot and save. John Victor there from Marmoush's effort. Dan and Doy. Igor Jesus. Dan and Doy came on for Callum Hudson-Odoi. And there's a lovely ball. Rudiger should have the pace and strength to deal with it. He does. And Man City come again. Foden. Getting jockeyed by Ryan Yates. Nico to Rodri. Ball over the top to Ait Nouri. Drags out Nico Williams to Foden. Nico to Rodri again. Rodri turns with ease. Marmoush plays a nice ball to Erling Haaland, who once again gives the ball away. Brennan Johnson brings it. Can he get past his man on down that left? He'll be looking to do so with his pace. Plenty of pace, but Man City have got players back, so he's going to have to cut it back inside. He does. Finds Igor Jesus. Finds Sangare. Looks to get another rocket off. Rudiger's just there in time. Kovacic wins the header, but Morato's there to deal with the follow-up. Ball over the top. Comes to nothing. Comes back to Donnarumma. Forest really putting the pressure on here. Ryan Yates wins that header. Morgan Gibbs-White to Sangare. Plays it to Brennan Johnson. Once again looking to put a cross in. There's no room. So it falls to Ryan Yates. Wrong foot for Ryan Yates. Outside of the foot. Screaming for handball. Comes to nothing. And Ait Nouri deals with the bouncing ball. 0-0. First game of the season. And Forest, little begrudge not to have won that one. But considering what the wheel dictated, we'll take a draw. And that is all for episode 1 of season 2. We'd love you to join us on this journey, so please hit that subscribe button. If you've also enjoyed today's episode and the new concept, please comment below and leave a like. Until next time, cheers.